What is up, everybody? Welcome to the channel. It's your girl, Denise Salcedo. It's Righteous Reg, and we are here to talk about John Cena's last match. And first of all, before we get into it, Reg, how are you?
It's your favorite rapper, your favorite writer, your favorite podcaster. I am all laughed out, Denise Salcedo. I had a great hearty hard knee slapping of a time at the end of this show. And it was a fun adventure. I liked it. Thanks for having me on the show.
Yeah, so, I didn't think we were going to come in here and have to talk about some things. I thought we were going to come in here and we were going to be like, oh my God, John Cena retired. This is so sad. And what a great match. I really thought that's what the conversation we were going to be having. I thought we were going to be talking about Oba and all these other people. Instead, we need to talk about the ending of the show, how WWE, specifically Triple H, who is head of creative, handled John Cena's retirement. Now, I'm going to say this right now, right off the bat. I can already tell that there are going to be people here that are going to be, they're going to have difference of opinions. So please be fully aware that on this show, you will probably not agree with everything that we have to say here, but the honesty has to be said here.
Absolutely.
The first thing that I want to say is thank you, John Cena, for coming out here, doing the retirement tour. Always keeping that connection with WWE alive and doing what needs to be done all the time. So nothing but respect for John Cena and the work that he did in his farewell tour, as well as the work that he has done that we have seen play out through most of our lives, man, because this is a 25-year career of John Cena that we have seen. So the man deserves nothing but respect for what he has done. Whether or not you grew up a fan of his, it doesn't matter. John Cena has earned people's respect. That's the first thing I want to say. The second thing that I want to say is John Cena losing isn't necessarily the problem.
At all.
At least a lot of people were expecting John Cena to do the job, to go out and put over Gunther. Of course, a lot of people like myself had hoped that John Cena would win because it would just be a feel-good ending. However, they had John Cena tap out to Gunther. That, to me, was the moment that, and to me, and you saw all of the reactions on the screen, people completely shocked because John Cena's motto is never give up. If they would have just had him drop the arm, okay, great, he passed out, but he never gave up. But instead, they had him tap. Now, many of you guys probably saw John Cena's reaction when he tapped. John Cena's reaction to tapping out was not your normal reaction that you see when somebody taps out. So my question is, what was behind that tap, right? Instantly, everybody had the what the fuck just happened right now. That was not the way that our guy, John Cena, goes out. So again, the problem is not him losing. It's the way he went out. And I want to reiterate that, okay? I want to reiterate that.
Absolutely.
So afterwards, everybody comes out. The person that we first see is, of course, Triple H. The crowd starts booing. They are booing the hell out of Triple H. Wasn't expecting that tonight. John Cena, before Triple H even came out, when John Cena finished his last match, the reaction was crowds from the chant, super diehard John Cena fans in the audience that were chanting bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
Chanting bullshit at this man who just retired. Again, that bullshit was not towards John Cena. It was towards creative. It was towards Triple H for making that decision to go down the way that it did. And after that, people were pissed. And it took away from the moment. And I hate that it took away from the moment so much. John Cena did not deserve that. I loved all the wrestlers going out there with him. Loved that. Loved the video. Loved all of that. But John Cena did not deserve for people to be chanting bullshit because of the decisions that were made by somebody else.
And it's so funny, Denise, because there was a moment where you mentioned on the watch along how great the match was going. It started cooking. Remember, they were like on the top ropes, and we were like, yeah, this feels good. Like they got to that, like, we're getting to the climax moment of this professional wrestling match that people are into. We got them, we got the friends. They got us with the rest hold, essentially. He had them locked in a sucking sleeper hold for like 3 minutes, and people were hanging on to every moment. Again, it's not about how that John Cena lost, it's how he lost. Like he's sitting there, like I understand what they were trying to do. Like you said, they've been telling the story his whole career, never give up, never back down, never stop for the kids. It's the story. So in his last match, he kind of gave up. So it's like that's how you know that the time is over. But that's not necessarily what people wanted or I even think needed in this situation. I think it was like a simple layup of what was going on here. You built Gunther up. Gunther looked like a world beater, even in the match here. He was beating John Cena's ass for most of it. If Cena would have overcame the little sleeper choke and rolled up Gunther or got him in and beat him, it would have went off great. Like after that match that just happened, I think there was enough to make Gunther look good and put Cena over in his last match. A lot of things went into John Cena's face in a lot of it. Like, I know it's partly sad because it's a last match, but it also feels like things went a little awry, not awry, but like I don't know if that was the perfect finish for the last of John Cena's career. For like you said, Denise, he's given us 25 plus years of he was there every night. He came back from injuries early. He was the number one guy. He took heat for the higher ups and management, and he would put that on his back. Like he rode and carried the WWE flag harder than anybody. That's all he ever like that. He didn't do like The Rock and went on to movies and like wrestling. What's that? Like the whole time Cena's been like WWE. I love wrestling. I wouldn't be here for that. And for it to, there shouldn't be bullshit chants. There shouldn't be anything like that, anything negative attached to the last match that he did because he doesn't deserve that. Like this retirement tour was for a reason, and there were so many layups that they fucking threw into the crowd. Like what? I just don't understand what happened here. I do again also like Denise want to give it up to John Cena. I don't know if there'll ever in history be another wrestler like this. I know they say that often when wrestlers retire, but the way that pro wrestling works now and the way that WWE specifically works and how it's about the brand and how it's about anybody essentially could be slotted into these. John Cena came up when it wasn't like that. John Cena came up when there was one guy, when they were picking one dude, and he was that dude for a really long time. So I think that's what the thing is, Denise. Is like, we're just sad that it kind of ended like that. I wanted it to be like all rainbows and butterflies and we're high-fiving and drinking beers at the end of this, and there's going to be this little tainted part that people are thinking about.
For sure, man. I'm sad. Like I'm literally sad. I have all sorts of like I have different layers of sadness, right? I got the layer of like, oh, I'm sad that this is it for John Cena, right? Like that sadness was already there. That was expected sadness. Now I got the I can't believe they went and did it like this. And then like there was a moment where Triple H and John Cena hugged and Triple H is like laughing his ass off. And I'm like, I don't know that that's the message that you might want to send your fans in a moment like this. And mind you, like there's people there that spent thousands of dollars to be there, guys.
He laughed in everybody's face.
Dude. Thousands of dollars to be there. And it's insane. It really is. All right, let's get into some reactions here and then we'll continue the conversation. We got Grapple Geekery who just sends a bunch of ha-ha's. We got Guitar Junkie here who says that's paying it forward. Good business, what John wanted. Guitar Junkie, there's a way to do it. Again, the problem is not John Cena losing.
No.
And I feel like the crowd reaction, guys, people always say, oh, social media isn't real. We only care about what the crowd says. Well, my friends, the crowd told you exactly how they felt. And you got to listen to that because at the end of the day, those people right there are your paying customers. Those were the people that were willing to fly themselves out there, that were willing to pay thousands of dollars to be there. Those were the people that were chanting bullshit. We got Orion Ben 666 here who says this Denise reaction made the night for Reg. Thank you, Cena.
I
We
love
had
it.
totally different reactions, by the way. I like froze in time and you died of laughter.
I had the same reaction. This is exactly what happened I was at WrestleMania 30, you guys, and when the streak, when the 1, 2, 3 happened, my first reaction was to laugh because I like couldn't believe it, and I think that was a part of what was happening here. It's like I couldn't believe that they would do this. Like it's funny that they would have this kind of whatever is attached to this. That's why it was super funny to me.
We got Fredo here who says, look at Cena's face when he tapped following orders. Horrible booking. Yeah, his face said it all, guys. To me, the way that I read his face, because he didn't really like sell it. Like, it wasn't like the I'm so exhausted, I got to tap finish. No, it was literally the I'm just here, I'm just tapping. His face said to me, this is not what I wanted, but I'm doing what I'm supposed to be, like what I'm doing, what we're told. And we all know John Cena's personality. John Cena's personality is you tell him this is what the plan is, and chances are that's what he's going to do.
I don't like that John Cena did that. Whatever it was, if he thought that was the expression, that was the way, like, I'm going to go out like, there's nothing I can do. I don't like the decision. I don't like his facial expression. I don't like that he wasn't fucking selling the choke. I hated every single part of it. Again, not mad that he lost. If he would have been selling that, or he would have passed out to that choke, it would have been fine. But the fact that he was just like a meme, he fucking made a meme out of his last fucking submission, and that's not what this is about. We're in a serious fucking wrestling match, and you turned it into a not serious wrestling match. That's my rant. I'm done ranting.
We got Well-Rounded Leo who says, I love it. Cry, Cena fans. Here's the thing, guys, is that I'm not like a super John Cena fan. Reg is not a super John Cena fan. This isn't about that. This is about building trust with your fans. It's beyond that. And it's going to be very surprising to me if people don't see that.
And with what we've seen this year, Denise, with like the ESPN debut and the WrestlePalooza, kind of how the vibes were after War Games, like they are not, they're not knocking it out of the park. And people keep making excuses as to what things do. This, again, was a fucking layup. There was nothing you could do. Even we're going to talk about some other things in this show that I didn't really love. So it's like, I don't know what the hell was going on here.
We got AJ Tripp here says, come on, you guys really didn't think Cena wouldn't do the honors. Again, it has nothing to do with John Cena losing. We got Plus Ultra Agent here says, Denise, the look on your face when Cena tapped was priceless. Oh, I got to go back and see that. I don't know what I look like.
You did not believe it, dude. Like your face, you were like, no, there's no way. Like you just could not, your brain couldn't comprehend.
I was like, what? I think like 50 flies flew into my mouth during that time. I think I was frozen in time, honestly.
You were
like
frozen,
I was
dude.
stuck right there. I was like, I can't move. Like
you were
this
stuck.
Everybody, you notice everyone had the same reaction.
Yeah.
Everybody had the what the fuck did I just see reaction.
Okay, now let's play devil's advocate. That's good? Question mark? Reactions from everybody?
I don't know, Reg.
It's a reaction, Denise. I don't know. They say they like reaction.
It depends on how you think about that. I think a reaction. I don't even know what to say, Reg.
It's a reaction. I don't know.
I don't know. I know, it's not even that. It's just like, fuck, man. Like the message of John Cena is never give up. And you're going to close out with his career with him giving up like that? It's symbolic.
I think that we talked about how wrestlers usually go out on their back, and that's kind of historically what's happened. I was talking earlier about how like the Sting retirement kind of spoiled us on how to present a retirement and have a guy go over at the end and everybody go home happy. So we probably went into it with a little bit of that, but like not like this, Denise. Like I think this was to be the only time where I would have been more fine with John Cena winning his last match than Sting winning his last match, just because of exactly what you're talking about here. Whole career was built off of one fucking concept, and then the last thing image is him breaking that concept. That's kind of an interesting choice,
Thank you, Agent. We got PLGX13 who says Gunther's endings, Brock careers next.
Probably.
Probably. We got Ben here who says, hilarious. I wish I could have been there laughing. And Mark's face, 5 stars. Thank you, Ben. We got Uncle Donkey who says, Triple H Booker of the Year. It's a lock.
Easy. He earned it.
Infamous Raider Loco
Right.
says, I absolutely love Cena smiling and then tapping out. If you know Cena, he will put over talent, and he did it to the very end. Can't say enough about Cena being great. He didn't want to win. He wanted to lose. Again, Reg, props to you being here. Thank you, Cena. Again, thank you, Cena, again, for the work that he has done. Thank you, Frank, for the very generous comment.
I'm going to keep it real with you guys, though. I don't think that worked for Gunther. I don't think that was a putting over thing. That looks like shit, you guys.
No, the biggest heel that came out of this was like Triple H. Yeah, Triple H took Gunther's heel heat.
If anything, Cena's stupid ass facial expressions took away from Gunther. You fucked the moment up too, dude. If Triple H booked this, you also fucked this up. A lot of people fucked this up, you guys. I thought I was done ranting.
We got Dingo21 here who says Cena should have passed out instead of tapped. Exactly. That's easy. What should have been done. Exactly. Easy. It would have been like,
easiest
damn,
move in the world.
He went out, but he did it. You know what? Kudos.
If they would have did the 3-hand drop, that shit would have banged. But this
and
did
they even
not.
Teased it earlier in the match. Like, we thought that's the way that it was gonna go down. We got Ten Ruza here who says AEW did Sting right. This is hilarious. Fed lame. We got Grapple Geekery here who says the closed caption said crowd cheering. Ten Ruza says the Rock saying says Brian G get ready to create. Brian Gerwitz, right? Yeah.
Rock sent that text like, we got him, brother.
That's crazy. Oh my gosh. We got Jeff Wirtz here who says, how is the entire crowd not just throwing shit at Hunter? I mean, what the F are they going to do? Get thrown out? And I mean like literal feces.
WWE fans don't react like that. They don't react like
they were mad.
School. They were mad, but they're not like gonna riot wrestling.
Right, of course not, because that's you don't want to be violent, of course. You never want to promote violence or anything like that. Yeah. But they showed that they were angry.
Oh, they let them know when Triple H came out. You knew who they were booing. Like when you were bringing it up earlier, it wasn't. None of this was directed at Cena. It was directed at somebody.
When Triple H got on the ring apron, I was like, dude, don't go on the don't get in the ring. Don't get in the ring. Don't get in the ring. Like, no. Don't do it. Just don't do it. It's gonna get
I love
worse.
how the crowd is just like, this is your fault.
Well, I mean, they know. We all know. It's crazy. We got Grapple Geekery here who says the conspiracy against Reg backfired for real.
You thought you had me. Grapple Geekery, they thought they had me. You'll never had me. You never had your car.
We got Nell D who says this booking, we just saw the birth of Mr. Levesque. We got Xavier Robson. Thank you, now. Xavier Robson says Santi had to watch his hero tap out to Gunther and then 2 days later has to wear an I Love LA shirt for the post show. Aw, poor Santi. I'm very curious on his thoughts because he's like a big John Cena fan. Like, that's his guy. Like, that's his hero, man. And so, like, I'm curious to see how he felt being there for that moment. Like, you know?
Shit. I hope he went back out after the show, after the Peacock stream ended.
No, I don't think
he had to have talked, right? If he didn't talk to the crowd, Denise, what the hell?
I think that was it.
What?
Yeah, I think that was it. Yeah, John Cena didn't cut a promo. He just basically said a couple of words afterwards. He said it was a pleasure serving you guys. And then he put the shoes down and everything. And then he, went on his merry way.
That might be my most egregious part of the whole night, honestly. Like, even more than the tapping out part. Like, wait, you didn't let John Cena talk after his fucking thing? Like, what do you mean? He's a wrestler that's known, a career known of talking. Like, he announced that goddamn Osama bin Laden was dead. Like, and you didn't let him talk? What the hell?
We got Uncle Donk here who says, LMAO, every WWE wrestling fan been wanting to say that to Triple H since Cena turned heel. LMAO, this attention-seeking man had to come to this ring. Well, I mean, people were upset, obviously, at the John Cena heel turn at how it was followed up with the whole Rock stuff and Rock now showing up in WrestleMania. And we had finally moved on from that. Like, I felt like I had moved on from that. And I was very happy with what we saw with AJ Styles and John Cena, Randy and Cena, the second match with Cody and Cena, CM Punk and Cena. Like, I was very happy about those things.
Where was Randy Orton? Is he hurt? How come he wasn't on the show?
He's just kind of been like off the show. I think it's to like not take away from Cena's moment. That's what I'm assuming. Yeah.
That was kind of surprising not seeing him like some kind of embracing because like their careers ran together for a long time.
Yeah, no, that is surprising. At least we saw KO. KO was there.
That was tight. Shout out to KO.
We got Fredo here who says that ending was absolute shit on his whole gimmick. Fans should not let this go. Screwed him after decades of being a company man. That's literally how I feel. I feel like John Cena did not deserve that.
I mean, history has shown they will do this. Have you guys ever seen Wrestling with Shadows?
Thank you, Fredo. We got Infamous Raider Loco says he was always going to lose. I was hoping for a W, but I'm not mad about it. I knew I was coming, but hoping for a win. All I can say now is thank you, Cena. Thank you, Frank. We got John here who says, I do believe Cena went out the right way, but I also understand how he created the wrong kind of heat. Thank you, John. We got Aiden Cossack here who says, hope everyone remembers the important thing. Just give up. No! Bro, did you see those little kids? Even the little kids were like, what the fuck?
The kids are like, no, Cena does not give up. Like, this doesn't even make sense. Aiden, you killed me. That's hilarious. Just give up.
I know. That's it, guys. I want 1 million YouTube subscribers. I'm giving up.
Just give up. Just give up.
Just give up. Whatever your dream is, just give up.
Tapping out. I'm tapping out.
The moral of the story.
I'll be wanting to tap out on this all the time, Denise. So, I mean, thanks for the lesson, John Cena. I'm tapping out.
That's sad. That's sad, man. All they do is dirty like that. Thank you, Aiden. We got 10 Rusa here. It says, hot take, Cena hasn't cared this whole year. No, he definitely has. He wouldn't be here if he did it.
Some weird roller coasters that's been going on.
We got C-Note8546 here who says, Cena said it himself. He's a company man. He does what he's told. I knew Gunther would win. Not like that, though, to be honest. Though Cena would pass that. Thought Cena would pass out. It just would have been more in tune with who John Cena is.
Absolutely.
Thank you, C-Note. We got 10 Rusa here who says, Saudi Mania 43. It's John Cena. Bro, at this point, I was sitting here telling everybody, this is John Cena's match. Do not expect him back. But at this point, I'm like, redo. Let's redo it again. Do you know when they do like take 2, take 3? When John Cena tapped, I was like, oh, we got to do another take, guys. This is the wrong take.
This is not how wrestling works, Denise. It's over. One and done.
No, redo it. Thank you, Ted Russo. We got Ben Sneffers here. Says, can you imagine if Triple H got to book his own retirement match?
He'd be beating everybody.
Thank you, Ben. We got John Taylor here who says, I'll see everyone on Wednesday to watch a great AEW Dynamite. Thank you, John. We got Bush and Ryo Cat who says, Reg wants a Cena went to sleep shirt.
But he didn't.
Thank you, Bush and Ryo Cat. We got Robert W91 who says, AJ, please do not retire on Saturday nights. I wonder what AJ Styles is thinking about, like how he wants to retire now.
I know people are gonna start looking over there like, oh, maybe I want to get somewhere else. This is kind of crazy. We got Tanahashi in a few weeks though, so it's fine. We'll see a good retirement.
We'll see. John, thank you, Robert. We got John here who says, I haven't seen Denise's eyes look so dead since Dark State did that one thing on NXT. It's crazy. Thank you, John. We got Jacob Tatum here who says, whoever's your co-host MVP of the year, Denise. Oh, who is your co-host MVP of the year, Denise? Hashtag DWO.
Wow,
literally everybody that is not Reg.
What? Hold on a second. Rewind this. What the hell?
I vote you my worst co-host.
Wow. Shots fired, as they say. You guys see what I have to put up with? And I came to help her with this.
I'm my favorite co-host.
She looked up to the sky.
All right, we got Uncle Dog here who says the one thing he was known for was his next level promo skills. So it only makes sense he didn't do one on his final show. I'm guessing this is sarcasm, Uncle Dog.
I think so. Yeah.
We got Sleaze Boy here who says people crying right now over how much money they wasted. Triple H probably still mad that he lost to Cena at WrestleMania and him spanking Stephanie.
Grudge. There's a lot of things he did this year that I'm like, he got him back.
We got Well-Rounded Leo who says, why are we blaming Triple H? It's Cena's fault. He should have had sold the tap better. No way Cena should have beat Gunther. Gunther is a big star. It wasn't even just that. Like, it's the message of him tapping at the end, Leo.
It's
like,
a lot to do with it, huh?
There's a lot. Like, this is one where it's like, I don't even know. I don't even feel like I should be explaining it. Like, I feel like it's like right there. Like, little kids were seeing this and were like, what the fuck is this bullshit? You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody was like, what? Like, I'm not making this up. The reactions were on the TV.
They were. Everybody, you saw it. Everybody did the famous hands on heads bit. Like, that's when you know they're shocked.
Bro, there was like at least 500 people in that crowd that just became angry John Cena boy, angry John Cena
Absolutely.
girl, whatever you want to call
Wow.
it. Thank you,
Mhm.
Leo. We got John Taylor here who says, I do think tonight is exactly that. I don't regularly watch the WWE. We should be talking about Oba, Cody, Javon, and of course Cena. But yeah,
Mhm.
Shelton here says, I agree with the decision of Gunther defeating Cena via submission in order to build him up for Lesnar, but Triple H did Cena dirty with all the booking all year.
Mhm.
Thank you, Sheldon. We got Andrew Cool 9177 who says LeBron, Cristiano Ronaldo, Messi are next. Damn.
LeBron is on his way for sure. Very close to
I didn't even
retirement.
realize all these people were still like active.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, they all still active. Sorry,
It's
I don't
close.
follow soccer, so.
No, it's close. They're about to be on their way out for sure.
Damn, man. Everybody's on their way out, man. It's
Fuck.
crazy.
Mhm.
We got, thank you, Andrew Cooley. JS Cal here who says, end of an era. Wish the outcome was different, but thankful for the journey. Thank you, Cena, for all the memories you have created. And I hope life post wrestling treats you well. And then hashtag HLR for life. Oh, hustle,
Yes.
loyalty, respect. Up.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I was gonna make a joke. I was like, the only HLA. I was gonna say I only know HLA.
Yeah, hot lesbian action.
That's a throwback, guys. It's a real throwback.
Wrestling
right there.
throwback for
I was
sure.
proud for that, by the way. Though.
Were you really? Oh, that was in LA.
Yeah, I was little too, so like I didn't know how to act.
Because
confused.
one of those homegirls was also in that John Cena documentary that I was describing about UPW earlier. I think her name like Looney Lane or something like that. She was one of the
girls that was HLA.
Mhm.
That's funny.
Cena connection.
Yeah, thank you, Jay. It's Cal. We got Derek Tucker here who says, if the goal was for us to hate Gunther, then it works. I don't know that we hate Gunther, guys. I don't hate Gunther.
I don't either. I don't think this got the heat in the way that they wanted it to.
Already, we also got Fredo here who says, now we know why he didn't retire in Boston. Those fans would have read in it. Triple H rioted, excuse me. Triple H found a way to have us talking about him right after John Cena's retirement.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, oh, the guy got his name in everybody's mouth when this is Cena's day. Classic. He's probably having a good. That's why he was smiling and laughing. And he's like, got you, motherfuckers. This is the third inning or whatever. All right.
Sleazeboy992 says underrated Cena moment was when he walked in on Tomko and Snitsky oiling each other up, and when he roasted Vince McMahon and Sable after Survivor Series or getting pinned by Elias in 2018. Thank you, Sleazeboy. I also haven't thought about Tyson Tomko in a really long time.
Wow, throwback name for sure.
We have Yes Boy here who says shaking my head should have been LA Knight to tap Cena out. Nah, Gunther was the one. Fredo here says righted. Cena company man to the end. Well, here's where they want me to tap. Dunked on his whole gimmick. Thank you, Fredo. We got Ten Ruza here who says, Reg, it's okay. AEW Dynamite Holiday Bash looks lit. We got Bob Ross Jr. here who says CM Punk is now the real GOAT. He didn't tap out. Gunther also, that crowd making it about themselves because of a match result is corny, not gonna lie. Bob, it wasn't about the match. I'm actually really surprised why some people are finding a really hard time understanding what we just saw.
Right.
Like, to me, that moment was a huge turning point. Like, I really think that moment is something we're gonna look back on and we're gonna be like, damn, that should, like, it's gonna, I'm very surprised that this is not as obvious to some people that this was not the way to do it. This was not the way to do it. We got Jacob Tatum here who says, a year has been tough for me, but thank you for the videos, interviews, reading my super chats, and for being a part of an amazing community and with a sincere heart. Can help me see the finale pay-per-view for AEW for free. If I know, it says, can you help me see the finale pay-per-view for AEW for free? If no, I understand. Jacob, can you please send me a tweet or something so that I can remember that? Because I might forget, but if you tweet me, I can bookmark it and remember that. So thank you, Jacob.
Thanks, Jacob.
We got Mr. Grimley here who says Cena losing to Gunther like that was the most boring way. Still a bit better than a no contest via run-in by insert mid-card heel.
Oh, God.
Thank you, Mr. Grimley. We got Mr. A. Centeno here who says, disagree with you both. Perfect ending. In what world does this Cena beat Gunther? Triple H just made the most hated man in pro wrestling. You need heel. Triple H didn't make Gunther the most hated man. Triple H made himself the most hated man.
Yes, Triple H.
Like, guys, they weren't chanting bullshit at Gunther. They weren't booing Gunther afterwards, guys. The reactions were towards Triple H.
Triple H can't get comeuppance. Like, you can't beat him up in this. So, like, him being the biggest heel does nothing for anybody. We need the wrestlers that are wrestling to be the biggest heels.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. A Centennial. We got Julius Calloway here says, don't like the way Cena's professional wrestling career ended, but I'm happy it happened. And I'm also thankful I get to say goodbye to my childhood hero.
Yes.
Yeah, man. On the bright side, John Cena got to spend all this time getting to do his retirement tour.
He did. He got to pay off a lot of fan service. He was traveled around the world. A lot of fans saw him for the last time. So, like, I think most of it was worth it. There was a couple of side turns that were weird, but like getting a final run and knowing all the dates and being able to really take in all the fans and everything, I think was good for Cena.
We got Matalik 1984 here. Says Triple H officially killed Cena last year. Shaking my head. Thank you, Matalik. We got Blocka 3883 who says, which do you see next, Reg? Reg doing another WB stream or Denise doing a Saturday night collision stream?
Collision. I'm done. You never see me again. I have to lose a real bad bet to be back here. I'll tell you what.
Thank you, Blocka. We got Guitar Junkie here. It says, tune in to Busted Open on Monday when Bully explains to the IWC crybabies why this was the right call and how it was John's decision. Thank you, Guitar Junkie.
You know
no comment there. Infamous Raider Loco. I'll be honest, those people paid to see Cena's last match. Them thinking it would be a win is on them. At the end of the day, they paid to Cena one last time. Guys, again, the issue was not John Cena losing. We got Uncle Donk here who says even Goldberg had a promo. Granted, he was cut off.
I still don't understand how John Cena doesn't talk. What the hell's going on here?
We got the Stone Immaculate here. It says Cole saying pro wrestling killed sports entertainment is crazy. Alameo.
When did he say that?
Towards the end of the match, he said it. Yeah. Yeah. Unbelievable. I know. It's because you were busy laughing.
Oh, yeah.
We got Evan Rogers here who says, this is trash. The finish doesn't help Gunther because no one buys it. I'm done. I'll be back when it goes under to Triple H booking. Thank you, Evan, for sharing your opinion. We got Julius Calloway here who says, let me clarify. I'm happy his career happened, not the way it ended. Oh, yes. Okay. Thank you, Julius. Okay. Thank you, Julius. Thank you, Julius. We got Stephen Marchuli here who says, didn't like the finish. Cena should have passed out like Austin at WrestleMania 13. Based on his lack of Sal, John thought BS. Yeah, that's exactly how I feel. Like it should have been, if you were going to do it like that, do it. It would have been like poetry had he just passed out like Stone Cold Steve Austin. Because again, the never give up. Never give up. It's his bit, you know, it's his thing. It's what he does. Oh, man. We got Casey Poole here who says, feels like when The Undertaker lost.
See, I had that same reaction. I'm telling you.
We could thank you, Casey Poole. We got Fredo here. You know what's funny? When The Undertaker lost his streak, I was actually on the opposite side of the argument.
What do you mean?
Like, I was actually like, oh, shit, what a crazy moment. Oh.
You wanted it to happen.
No, I didn't want it to happen. I was just shocked that it happened.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Still the craziest moment that I've ever seen live is that, so.
We got Fredo here who says, what will ESPN grade the show? I'll ask Andrea. So
that should be fun.
Yeah. We'll see. We'll get the scoop. Maybe they won't. Do they even rate this one if it's not on ESPN?
Yeah, maybe not. You're right. I don't know.
Thank you, Fredo. We got Dan Jackson here who says, was expecting Cena to lose by not tapping. Thank you, Dan. We got Fredo here who says, WWE hates Make-A-Wish kids. Savage. We got Evan Rogers here who says, burial on the way out. Oh, man. Damn. Thank you, Evan. We got JJ Castillo here who says, thank you, John Cena, for being an inspiration and for all the memories. You will always be my favorite wrestler. Thank you, JJ, for the love and also supporting John Cena. Brandon Payne here says, I've been watching wrestling since I was 5 years old. I've seen a lot of wrestling, not surprised with the John Cena finish. Thank you, Brandon. We also have Tracy WV here who says, only match that didn't have a weird finish was Solar Bailey. Yeah, I love that match. That was actually my favorite match of the night.
That's right.
Because of how it was executed top to bottom. I thought Bailey and Soruka looked fantastic. And even like for you, Reg, like you were seeing like full on Soruka matches. What was your impression of her?
I was blown away, Denise. I've heard a lot of talks surrounding Soul and what she does out in the ring. And I loved legit every single minute of it. Like what they advertised this show as being, Denise, the NXT versus main roster people, and we want to put shine on them. This was the best example of it. Bailey gave Soul a million things to do, let her really shine in this match. Every big moment and spot that I've seen soul and a gift for something coming up. She did it and she hit it perfectly and it looked awesome. And like, this is a great showcase for her. Love the finish of her getting a win. Like, that made me feel good about the future. And that's how they should do all types of people in her position or NXT style positions of like, this is how you put them over and people are going to be talking about her on Monday. You know what I mean?
If you weren't a fan of Soruka, I think you are after today's show. And I'm very happy she got the win. And you know, Bailey's very giving. So I knew that was tight. I had a feeling that was what was going to go down. And I'm glad that it did. Thank you, Tracy. We got MS Official 006 here who says, I understand Cena did it for the company, but my God, he didn't deserve it. That though, in his final match, I'm broke emotionally. Yeah, it made me sad when John Cena's moment was him on his knees and people were chanting bullshit.
Damn, not like
that made me sad, bro. I was like, he did not deserve that like that. Not like that.
Not like that. Not for Cena, not his last match. He just seems so dejected and defeated at the end of it. But maybe that was the point. Maybe he's selling.
Thank you, MS Official. We got Sir Furry Philip Noblet here who says, Denise, the post-show audience is brutal to WWE. I don't necessarily, look, guys, when it comes to, I can't control what people's opinions are. Some people agree, some people don't. You guys are allowed to say what you want as long as it's not nasty. Yeah. So you guys like, oh, is he talking about the post-show audience on?
Oh, the post-show in the WWE.
You're talking about the post-show for WWE.
Yeah.
Okay, since I'm not seeing that, I don't know what's going on over there right now. So, yes, let me know. Sorry, I thought you were talking about like here. I was like,
Denise is like, I can't control these scoundrels
I really
in the
can't.
chat.
No, like legit, I can't control what like my co-hosts say. I can't control what the super chatters say. Again, as long as there's no nasty comments, you know, it's as long as it's an opinion. Like, that's my rule. Like, I never argue with people about wrestling. Like, it's, at the end of the day, it's still wrestling, right? Like, we're never going to argue about wrestling. That's just what it is. But we are going to be honest about our opinions. And I also like other people to be honest with their opinions, even if they don't align with mine.
I do like the crowd letting them know. Like you said, Denise, they always talking about the internet and that not being real and stuff we see on there. For the live crowd to be like, no, this is bullshit and we want you to know right now. I think it's a good move. Wrestling needs to be like that. That's the only way they get better. They change if you keep letting them know.
Thank you, Sir Furry Philip. We got Joe Compton here. Says, contrary to popular belief, I believe the right guy won in the right manner. The story of Cena finally tapping out was top tier. Gunther is heading for the moon now. Oh, boy. I hope you're right, Joe. I really, really hope you're right. I really hope you're right. Thank you so much for the super chat. We got the Wonderwall Lopes here who says, won't be remembered as a great retirement send-off. Unfortunately, I think people will be thinking about it more in a negative light than a positive one.
I think so too. With what happened this year, and there were so many moments where people were like, what the fuck is this? I think this is not going to help at all.
Damn. We got thank you, the Wonderwall. We got Wise Belladonna. Thank you so much for the super chat. Says it was like watching Superman die to the dark side in real time. Damn, bro, that's sad, man.
Everybody's hero, Denise.
So sad. Yeah. And mind you, I'm not even a big John Cena fan, and I feel for John, and I feel for the mega John Cena fans.
They deserve better. Everyone deserved better. WWE fans that bought tickets and attended that show deserve better.
Yes, people spend their hard-earned money. They're fans, you know, there should be this beautiful connection between a promotion and fans and a trust and giving. I'm sorry if I sound like a fucking hippie, by the way. I feel like I sound like a hippie, be like,
yeah, man.
Love and ooh, I sound like a hippie.
But you're right though.
But right, exactly. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, Wise Belladonna. We got Frank here. Frank, thank you so much for the super chat. He says, Cena smile and wink with the Dominic match with the chair says a lot about Cena. He was having fun to the end, and that smile and tap was on purpose. I get it. I wanted Cena to win. Wrestling ain't perfect, but entertaining. Casket closing is the day I stop. Much love and respect. Oh, yeah. I mean, I don't think people are going to stop watching wrestling or stop watching WWE after this, but they will be mad. We'll be mad.
It's a little bit a stain on what should have been very easy.
Yes.
Thanks, Frank.
The Dominic match, by the way, was very fun. I forgot to shout that one out earlier. I think my favorite matches were, my favorite one was AJ, and I still think AJ should have probably been his last match.
Should have did that at the end, huh? Yeah, you're right.
That match was fantastic. After that match, everybody was left feeling so good. We were all happy. We were all here like, oh my God, giddy and shit. Thank you, Infamous Raider Loco. We got Fredo here who says, just realized how many angry super chats I sent. Love you guys. Your streams are legendary. Fredo, thank you so much for your support, but also for your honesty.
Yeah.
Again, I'm not going to be mad if someone disagrees or agrees. Like, this is a conversation, and this is also like a place where you can just talk about wrestling. So
I like wrestling eliciting those emotions too. Like anytime
we argue with each other
all the time. Definitely
all
wrestling.
the time.
If
On
wrestling gets there,
on
it's that.
text.
Yeah. Text, the group chats, DMs, all kind of shit. I'm like, Denise, leave me alone. Damn.
Yes, and at the end of the day, I'm still nice to Reg, and I welcome him on this show.
Some would say it's a stretch.
Thank you, Fredo. We got Ben Sneffer here. Says if Paul was cleared by doctors, he would probably squash Obafemi or Braun Breaker.
That's absolutely nuts.
Oh man, we got Bob here who says Gunther, please retire AJ Styles next. People going to hate it anyway, so why not?
Don't do AJ like that.
Dude, my phone is blowing up, by the way. Everybody's like, what'd you think of the finish? What'd you think of the match? And I'm like, guys, tune into my post show.
You were talking about it. What do you mean? What did I think? You can find out right now.
Yeah. Thank you, Bob. We got Hassan Butler here who says, missed the event. Did Cena turn heel last minute?
Kind of.
No, it wasn't his fault. It wasn't his fault. Damn it. Thank you, Hassan. We got Meat Knight 8 here who says, bet a lot of TikTok rages over the Cena loss will show up tomorrow on TikTok. Though I will miss Cena, got into wrestling thanks to John Cena.
Hey.
Oh, I'm sure. Hey, say what you want, say what you feel, put it out there. Whatever you're feeling, you are justified to feel that. Thank you, Meat Knight. We got Terrence Matthews here who says, I hate Gunther in general, but not for this. I'm a Gunther fan, guys. I don't think people even realize this. Like, I love Gunther. I'm always out here being like, that's my champion, blah, blah, blah. He's kick-ass, man. I love Gunther.
He got 2 retirements on his resume already, and there'll probably be more.
Yeah, we got Mr. Acosta here who says, perfect ending. Cena smiled. He was at peace and he tapped. Cole's professional wrestling destroyed sports entertainment line was legendary. Thank you, Mr. Acosta. We got Ryan Adams here who says, Cena's already in the alumni section of the website. Oh, damn, they were quick, man.
Damn.
He says, Cena smiling and then passing out would have been so much better. Yes, I agree. Thank you so much, Ryan. We got Just Vic here. Just Vic, thank you so much. Says, after all it ended, I hope they did it in a better way, but there's nothing about it now. Accepted. It's balls to the walls, fellas. Bring balls of fire.
Absolutely. Balls to the wall, baby.
To the window, to the wall, to the wall.
Yep.
Yeah. All right, thank you, Just Vic. He says, you think Cena gets night with Booker Queen now? You think Cena gets right with Booker?
Because that famous bit where he told Booker that he was going to be with Charmel.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay, thank you so much, Gabriel
Booker
Salazar.
probably let him.
We got McTaro here who says, want to thank Cena for all the great moments and memories he has done for years, despite how the ending went down. Triple H, you got explaining to do. You got some explaining to do.
He don't care. He's happy.
Yeah, thank you, McTaro. We got well-rounded Leo here who says, Denise, I think it was good. Cena tapped. It fits Gunther's gimmick. It's not Triple H's fault. Cena did not sell the tap out. Cena was not professional. Oh, we are not turning this on Cena. No,
I'm telling you, he plays a role, Denise.
Guys, it's okay to I'm a Triple H fan,
but he plays. This is partly Cena's fault, Denise. This is partly his fault. He looked. He didn't sell and he tapped out like shit. That part is his fault.
Oh my God.
Triple H wasn't in the ring with him. He did that. That's on him. That's on his
head. But I'm not going to go out here and be like, oh, John Cena wasn't professional.
I mean,
there's no way I would say that.
Listen, forget about this retirement, forget about this spectacle, forget about this big show. This is pro wrestling and there's 2 men fighting to win. That's the point of this. It's 2 guys. One of these guys wants to be the best. One of the guys wants to beat the other guy. And if you do that lollygagging bullshit ass non-struggling finish, you're not showing. This isn't a struggle. It wasn't a struggle. It didn't look like the end of a wrestling match. It looked like an end of a performance. And it's supposed to not look like that. Part of this is his fucking fault, Denise.
Again. But it's still, then why would they decide on this? Then say, well, I don't want to do it this way then.
Because he's a company man. Everybody keeps telling you he'll do anything that they say.
I'm just saying it was very like out of character for John to do it that way.
It's partly.
But I'm not going to sit here and say John Cena was unprofessional. I'm not going to sit here and say that.
I wouldn't say unprofessional, but he is part of the reason that shit looked like shit. And I mean, it's Cena, so who's surprised?
All right, we got Fredo here who says, last thought, why would you ever buy Never Give Up merch after this? Aw, damn. David Romero here says, oh, sorry, go for it.
I think there's going to be a section of fans where this doesn't mean anything, though, Denise. Like, I think there's a bunch of Cena fans that are going to forget about this, and it'll be fine.
David Primero here says, John Cena will always be my childhood hero. Love that. Infamous Raider Loco here says, Triple H goes on. Post-show, they yelled, F you, Triple H.
Rightfully so.
That's crazy. That's crazy, guys. This is where we're at right now.
Mm-hmm.
This is where we're at the moment.
Mm-hmm. I love it.
We got David Primero here who says, the women always saves the PLE of WWE. Women are money. Also, why am I getting the feeling that Gunther will also retire Brock Lesnar and AJ Styles too? Well, at this point, it's probably going to happen.
Just one guy for all the retirements. I love it.
Randy Hayward says Bronson just stole John Cena's shoes. Wait, is this legit? No, right? You're just kidding, right? You're just kidding. Okay, you're just kidding. Okay, you're just kidding. We got Graph. Thank you, Randy, for the joke. We got Grapple Geekery here. It says, glad I used a VPN to watch it on YouTube in the UK. Yes, good. Glad you got that for free. Also, thank you so much to Leonardo Hernandez for sending in the super chat. Very nice of you, man. Thank you for the support. We got Ryan Adams here who says, the only way I would accept the tap out was if Cena came out and said he knew his time was up, so he tapped. Well, he didn't say anything like afterwards about it. So
that's the story they were trying to tell at Ryan, but I think Cena's facials were not good for it.
We got David Primero here who says, nice to see Reg in a WWE PLE. Is there a change of heart now? BTW, I'm the one who suggested this dare from Denise when you lose the bet. So it's David's fault. He suggested the idea.
All your fault, David, but it all worked out. I had a hearty laugh. Like I worked my abs with how good I laughed at that. So.
We got Wise Belladonna here who says, for the record, I actually love this match. I especially love the last few minutes. It was just like a sad ending in a movie. Thank you, Wise Belladonna. It was a Shakespearean tragedy. Romeo and Juliet do not end up together.
Honestly, go home sad, you guys. You said everybody was going to be sad and crying after this. They kind of were.
Yeah, but that was not the kind of sad I was looking for, though.
No, different kind of sad.
Thank you, Wise Belladonna. We got A Ninja here. It says, my favorite pay-per-view is going to Saudi. They're soft launching Vince being back. Told myself this was it. I'm done weekly. See y'all Wednesday. Thank you, A Ninja, for your super chat and your thoughts on this. We got Razor2910 who says, early prediction, who wins, Okada or Tanahashi?
I think Tanahashi's going to lose his final match. So
sure. I'm good with it. I'm good with whatever.
Okay.
Thank you, Razor. Infamous Raider Loco says, okay, love Cena, but how about my girl So versus Bailey? Amazing. Fantastic match. Yes, I agree.
Favorite match of the show.
Yep. Randy Hayward here says Gunther versus AJ and says Gunther versus AJ at Mania and versus Brock at SummerSlam. Oh, so he's like counting on both of them being like out on both days. Oh,
yeah. Retirement tour.
Bro, whatever manifesting job Gunther did, I want to do that same exact thing.
Straight up. You want to give me all these great final matches? I'll be there.
We got Ben Sneffer here who says, I wonder what ideas Paul has to embarrass Jericho in his retirement match. Fuck, man.
They have a history, too. They got a history.
Oh, no, they got a history. You ever read Chris Jericho's first book? Did you read that book?
I did.
Oh, he has like a lot of things to say about him there.
Yes, it's not great.
I'm pretty sure now they probably have a better relationship. I would assume.
I'm sure it's fine.
I don't really know the details of where they're at now.
Punk and Triple H are beefing. Like, it's fine. He gets over it.
Right. Thank you, Ben. We got Randy Hayward here who says it was Cena's ideas to tap, not Triple H. I'd bet money. I don't know, Randy. We got, let's see what we got here. We got Emo as you 6418 who says, I genuinely believe Cena tapped by his own choice, not booking. Very much didn't see the same way as you guys. Thank you for the content, Denise. No, thank you, man, for sending your thoughts. And I think the only reason why I believe that John Cena tapped the way didn't make the decision for the tap out was because of the way he did it. If it was his decision, guys, he would have sold it. And he didn't. So I don't think it was his decision.
And that's unprofessional. That's the unprofessional part, Denise. Because
deciding something and then not doing it.
if this is your job and you're gonna do whatever they want, you can't boo-boo face. You can't be pissy about it. So that had to be his idea because you can't be pissy about something they tell you to do. If your whole career was like, I was a company man, I'll do whatever they say, and then you get pissy about a finish, well then what? So I hope he didn't get pissy about the finish.
We got Ten Ruza here. Thank you, Emo. Ten Ruza here says, just needed Vince out there for the cherry on top.
That would have been a sick way to end this show.
Oh my God.
We didn't see
guys,
Donnie. That's good.
I cannot handle all of this. I'm out here trying to put on. Reg, I came on here and I was like, this is going to be a fun day. We're going to cheer for John Cena. We're going to, have giveaways and we're going to celebrate John Cena's career and, talk about how we've been fans for life. I was not expecting this.
Burned it down at the end.
Was not expecting any of this. And we haven't even gotten into the other matches. So let's just do like a quick little read through. Yeah. Oba Femi, Cody Rhodes. I think that should have probably been the sign that things were not going to go so well because the way they had Drew basically go out there and cost Oba the match. Great little tease there with Oba and Drew, but I really wish it would have been as different. I think it would have been better had it been worked out differently where either Drew was the reason that Oba won and Cody got screwed, or maybe the attack happened afterwards. Anything but just your ordinary DQ finish because Oba Femi and Cody Rhodes were having like a really good matchup there. And poor Cody got like hella busted open as well.
Yeah, I think Oba looked amazing in this. He looked like a big world beater. His entrance, a lot of the stuff he did to Cody, the big spine busters and all of that. He looked like a guy that deserves to be in here. And I think that they were like in third gear, maybe about to get to the fourth gear. And that's why it hurt a little bit more than the DQ finish. Because I feel like they were getting to a place and they were really going to let Oba start to cook. And before that happened, it was just kind of an abrupt ending. I was expecting, and this is kind of the same thing. Like I would have thought it would have been better for me if Cody just beat Oba or, 1, 2, 3, some kind of screwy ass finish, but it just being a DQ and them throwing out the match was kind of a cop out. I didn't really like that ending, but I thought Oba looked good in it. That running European uppercut was awesome. Hope Cody's okay with his ear. Like I thought it almost needed to do what it did, what it was supposed to do, but that ending was flat.
But I do think that Oba looked fantastic, though. Yes, the ending was flat, but Oba went out there and he did exactly what I wanted him to do, which was look fucking amazing, man.
That's it.
He had great intensity throughout the entire match. He looked good. He had Cody like tossing him around and whatnot. That was great. We mentioned that table spot, all of that. There was good stuff in this. We already talked about Sol and Bailey. So the other match that we got to get into is a tag team match. I don't know what happened there with AJ slipping there at the phenomenal forearm. That was something you never, ever see from AJ to a point where I thought it was planned. And then you were like, oh, it's planned. And I'm like, oh, okay, I guess it's planned. And then we got like right into the finish afterwards. I thought this match was going to go a little bit longer than it did. Mm-hmm. It was fun for what we saw, but I was expecting it to go just a few more minutes.
Yeah, I think I've seen AJ do that spot before where it is like he does do it on purpose and he does slip. But then the fact that they didn't replay it and the way that they like immediately kind of ran into the finish makes me think it wasn't on purpose. But yeah, I liked what they did with Javon and Leon, kind of starting off with the hot start. Both of them got to hit big dives. Both of them were going 1,000 miles per hour the whole time. Any moments that each of them had with AJ Styles, I think meant a lot. Having Leon hit his big finish on AJ Styles, I think was super cool. Have him get Styles Clash to like everything connected to this, I think told a good story. My only complaint is I wanted it to be longer. Like if you give me 10 more minutes of this, I thought it would have been great because these guys are firing off on all cylinders. But it was great to see those guys finally get the opportunity with AJ. And Dragon Lee was sick too.
It was cool seeing like Leon in there with AJ, knowing like what he's meant to him, looking up to him and whatnot. Like I thought that was fantastic, man. That was so cool. Like when I saw him take the Styles Clash, I was like, bro, he's like marking out right now. Like he took the Styles Clash. This is crazy, tight. Right?
Yeah.
So yeah, that was great. The only other thing that we are missing was the Joe Hendry moment with Truth and The Miz. I was happy for Joe Hendry to get this opportunity to be on the show, because just him getting to, we wondered if he was going to get a shot against John Cena. Sadly, it didn't happen for him. But regardless, like, to still be on the show that is John Cena's last match, hey man, that's something to celebrate.
Yeah, exactly what you were describing, how when you interviewed him and he said that this is a big moment, anything that's kind of connected to John Cena means a lot for Joe Hendry. I understand why they did this, and kind of having him in with R-Truth to kind of mix in a couple of those stories and kind of pay that off, I think was really good for Joe Hendry and what his career was going to be. But also he could be just looking at his fate of what his career is going to be as he's the brand new The Miz.
This is a really great question, by the way. Why are you laughing, Reg? Are you laughing at this?
Bits.
What? Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. We got Young on Watch here who says, is this the worst finish in Hell in a Cell 2019? I can't decide. Denise, thanks, Denise and Reg. Okay,
this is his last match, brother.
I was on the WWE watch along when that happened.
Yeesh.
Remember this?
Yeah,
when X-Pac went off. Mm-hmm. I was the little girl on the side that was like, I don't know what to do. Somebody help me. What do I do? I remember being like backstage and I could hear the fans chanting bullshit from like in there. And it was like, a terrible ending, right? But I do think this one was worse.
This is Cena's last match, dude. Way different. Like, that match is bad. That finish is bad, and people still talk about it. But this is forever, Denise. In 30 years, when somebody's like, I want to watch John Cena's last match, this is what it's going to be.
Oh, my God.
In 40 years, when John Cena's kids are like, let's watch your last match, Dad, this is what they're going to see.
Oh, my God. Thank you so much, Young on Watch. Let's see, guys. What is this true? We have Marky Dark here says fans were chatting A-Dub on the after show. It caught Tripp's attention, so maybe this is the turning point for the booking. Did that really happen?
Did it?
I don't know, guys. I haven't seen the what's going on that post show, so I do not know. Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh. And yes, you guys, I like Naruto was asking, like, Denise, are you a Triple H fan? Yes, and I get teased for it a lot. Like, I grew up a Triple H fan. Like, I'm a fan. So, like, this is hard for me, guys. I get it. Like, it's hard to say someone you're a fan of made a decision that you're not a fan of.
But he's made a bunch of decisions like that. His year has not been that great.
It makes me sad. It makes me sad, Reg, okay?
His year hasn't been that great.
Like, I'm a fan.
The game. Time to play the game. 2000 Triple H, man. That was that guy. But yeah, this Triple H.
I'm sad, teardrop. Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh, everybody's saying that it did happen. Everybody's saying that, yes, that this is true, that this happened.
This has to be a wake up call then. Good for him.
Oh my God. And everybody was like, I literally said this was a turning point, and I don't know how, like, people should see that this is a turning point. Like, and I wasn't even thinking about AEW when I said that. I was thinking about specifically just WWE and what this means.
Yep. Every time I critique WWE, I'm always critiquing WWE against WWE.
Yeah, because tune into our Wednesday shows and you will hear me critiquing AEW as well.
Absolutely.
And Reg and I get into it over that too. All right, we got Frank here who says, I'll say it again, loved Reg's insights. Even if you were forced on a watch along, it was much appreciated. As always, love Cali Connects. Thank you for the content, Reg. You were extra cash jumping on WWE streams. Yeah, cash running, money in the bank, Reg cashing in, etc.
I do like money.
Thank you, infamous Raider Loco. We got Mark Oag 96 here says, for real people were chatting, the AEW people were chanting. We want Vince. Wait, for real people were chanting. The AEW people were chanting. We want Vince. The crowd is heated. They even turned the volume down on the post show. Damn, no. I need to go watch this afterwards. Shit.
Me too.
All right, I'm pretty sure the clips will be blowing up all over social media, so we'll go take a look at those. We got Grapple Geekery here. It says they are going to the doctor. They are going to doctor the F out of the audio on the social media clips. Prepare for some revisionist history, folks. It always happens like that, guys. Revisionist history is like 101.
Couldn't happen to a better guy.
That's crazy. Thank you, Grapple Geekery. Let's see. We got Terrence Matthews here who says, "How dare you, Drew? You don't disrespect the ruler by interfering in
Hey.
one of his matches. Also, I think this ending confirms Oba is a tweener, switching between both face and heel moments. I think he's a heel that just people love. Like he's a heel, but people love him though. But at the end when he was like, bonding with Cody Rhodes, yeah, that did kind of signify a change in what we were going to be seeing moving forward with Oba Femi.
Yeah, I was expecting him he's main roster very soon to be babyface while going on the main roster, just because I feel like how they're booking him and what he's been doing, that makes more sense. But he could also be heel though, because he plays that pretty well.
We got thank you, Terrence. We got I am RD81 says, "Am I crazy? Because I didn't think the finish was that bad." Look, honestly, if you think that was bad, you're not crazy, but I would say look at the crowd and look at how the crowd reacts.
Yeah, exactly.
That part is the part that you have to pay attention to, and that's the part that's telling you exactly what the majority consensus was.
And just like you were talking about, Denise, these are diehard John Cena fans, not diehard WWE fans, diehard John Cena fans. So they wanted it a certain way, and they didn't like it.
Well, these were your paying customers.
Right. Yeah.
We got Tenruza here who says, "Denise, it's not Triple H anymore. It's Paul Levesque now." We got, thank you, Tenruza. We got Hassad Jr. here says, "Triple H, he thought the crowd would be louder with the FU chants, implied Cena wanted the finish. Cena tapping was correct, similar to Taker." Thank you, Hussa, for sharing this. I can't wait to see what was said on that post show. I can't wait to see that. Thank you, Hussa. We got Ben Sneffer here. Says, "I'm glad to say, honestly, I was never a Triple H fan."
Good for you.
Ben. We got Jay and Gwyn here who says, "Do you think Gunther should switch submissions? The sleeper makes no sense as a torture submission for how long he does it. Full Nelson makes way more sense because at least he can throw them around." I feel like at this point, like he's clearly been taking out a bunch of people with the sleeper, so might as well keep it going. Yeah, especially after now, I guess keep it going. Thank you, Jay, for sending in the super chat. It's very nice of you. And also thinking about that, because I didn't even think about the idea of changing it. So thank you, Jay. Alrighty. I think that's it for us here today. Wow. What a night, everybody.
Woo. Unbelievable. John Cena's last match, Denise. What the fuck?
It happened. It's in the books. And that's where we're at, everybody. I want to take a second and thank everybody here. Aside from all of the craziness we had to talk about, I did hope you guys had a great time here on the channel with the giveaways and everything. Congratulations to the winners. I will be emailing you guys afterwards. But if you're here, please subscribe to the channel. I do post daily pro wrestling content, cover all WWE, AEW, you name it. It is on here. We do got another super chat here from we got one from a San Fran trader here who says, "I don't understand how they managed to hit new lows." Yeah, I don't either. I don't like the feeling of it feeling like WWE's against their own fans.
Yeah,
I don't like that feeling. And lately we've been getting that a lot with the high ticket prices and then booking decisions like this. It almost feels like they're going against the fan. And there's been other similar situations throughout WWE history where things like that have happened, but it's not a good feeling. I don't like it. I think so you got to, sometimes you do. There are moments, I get it, heel heat, I get it. I'm not stupid, but there are times where you do got to please the crowd.
I hate the smug way he kind of goes about it too. Like the fact that he was laughing at when he was on the apron, Triple H specifically. I hate that he's always like, "You guys, I worked you guys." And it's like, that's not what we want here right now. And that always feels a little bit unfortunate.
Right. Thank you, San Fran Trader, for the super chat. We got Frank here who says, next WWE PLE Reg, think about Denise paying that super chat money. Think about it. I love all the OG's match too.
I'm never coming back.
Reg is fired after this. He's gone, guys. He's gone. And I'm going to bury you on your way out too.
Do it. Well deserved.
I'll make you tap. I'll make you give up. You ain't going to be so righteous in the end.
Yeah, okay. Now you spitting. You going crazy.
Thank you so much, Infamous Raider Loco. And we also got your boy KJ here who says, "You guys make these watch-alongs much better. Truly appreciate you." Thank you so much. And from you both, for real. Oh, okay. For a second, I thought he was writing France. I was like, "He's in France? What?"
Shout out to KJ. Appreciate that.
Thank you so much, your boy KJ. All right, guys. Now that is it for our show. Reg, tell the people where they can find you.
I'm on Grapsity with my homeboy Philip Lindsay every Saturday on the Fightful channel. Every Wednesday, I'm here with my homegirl Denise on the AEW Watch Along. I also do a Thursday show with her on her Patreon. It's Righteous Reg. Check me out. High five me if you see me. Buy some merch. I don't have merch, but I should have it.
We got Tracy WV here says, I might get in trouble for this, but I really think that the booze and the bullshit chants was more about Cena losing at all, no matter how he lost. No, it was the symbolism of never give up and him giving up at the end.
He gave up.
Yeah. Thank you, Tracy. We got Sir Furry Philip Noble who says, love you too. Thank you so much for your kindness. Thank you.
Appreciate you guys joining and watching.
Thank you guys so much for everything. I hope you guys had fun. Please subscribe. We'll catch you guys on the next one. Bye, everybody.